With us, everyone, and taking your calls, Heather Johnson Coker, the neighbor that reported to GBI what she knew about the defendant, about the suspect now charged with murder one. Heather, again, thank you for being with us. Heather, when you were around him, what was he like? What was his demeanor? What did he talk about?
Well, he was a friendly guy. We talked about stuff in the neighborhood, why he was hired, what happened to the guy that was there before him. He was friendly. He wasn't socially awkward. He just, liked to chit chat about nothing really. He told me where he was from. He's from New York, and that he just moved down here and knew somebody that got him the job at the office.
Did he mention what he had been doing before this?
No.
So when you were around him, he seemed to be friendly, gregarious, extroverted. Would you say that he carried on conversations, approached people easily? Did you see him interact with children?
Yes, he did approach people easily. He was very outgoing. He would just come up and talk to you. He'd go up and talk to the children. I saw him talk to several of the children and parents, and he just didn't seem very abnormal at all.
But then immediately after Jarrelli, the 7-year-old girl, goes missing, wasn't he also missing from the complex? I was told that no one saw him around for several days.
Right after she went missing, when they first started looking for her, she was already gone for several hours. And we got a knock on the door to see if we had seen her. And later that night, around 10 o'clock, he was there helping search for her. He was actually 5 feet away from my husband, helping him search. It turns my stomach now to think about it. But after that, after Friday night, we hadn't seen him since Friday night, no.
So with us, Heather Johnson Coker, you're telling me that he was out 5 feet away from your husband looking for 7-year-old Jarrelli. Did you see him out looking for her?
Yes, him and my husband and all the neighbors were out searching the grounds. The police were there. They brought dogs in, and yeah, he was there searching. It's sickening.
Heather, what was his demeanor when he was looking for her?
Just like everybody else's, he seemed genuinely worried. At one time, I remember seeing him on his golf cart smiling. But other than that, when he was talking and searching here, searching there, he seemed genuinely concerned.
Did he ever search anywhere around that dumpster?
No.
Heather, do you know which apartment it is that has blood in it, what we believe to be blood?
I don't know the number, but I know where it's located. It's the building next to hers on the very bottom floor in the backside.
So not far away from where Mommy was sleeping, her daughter was likely murdered. During the search, did he go near that apartment? Did he walk by it at all?
Yes, he did. Him and my husband walked, because we live in the apartment that's next to hers, and they were both on the backside searching in the back by the apartment.
What is it that first made you suspicious of him, suspicious enough to call the FBI, to call the GBI?
Well, we knew that it had to have been somebody, once they found her, that had a key, to the trash compactor, and that was one of the first things that made us think it was one of the maintenance men. He is the newest maintenance man there, and nothing like this had ever happened before. Stuff like this doesn't just happen all of a sudden. So, and then once I remembered what he had said to me and my neighbor, we called them again and told them that.
And again, what did he say to you and the neighbor?
He said with all these empty apartments on the bottom floor, it would be really easy for somebody to break in and do something to one of these children.
And Ms. Coker, one last thing about that trash compactor. Could someone else have thrown her in the trash and then a different person move that trash into compactor?
No, because if somebody else would have thrown her in, somebody would have seen it. They had already searched the trash compactor a couple of times when she first went missing. They've searched it like 3 or 4 times as far as I understand.